You're here in Tallinn. So I'm just here by the Viru Gates, which are behind me. These have been here since around 1362, which is where they were first mentioned by German travellers. And they're also linking on to the lower street markets here, which you can see all the way along. But this is basically the entrance into Tallinn's Old Town. Now I'm actually staying in Old Town, but this is the separator, and you can kind of see it. If you look behind me there, you can see kind of more rustic buildings, and definitely a feeling of an older town, an older city, something more from the past. Whereas if we turn behind me, immediately we have a block of offices there, so there is a definite difference, a definite separator between the two, and these were of course part of the defences of Tallinn centuries past as well. So if you come further into Old Town, you'll find yourself at this square where several times a month you can find a very large market, and also behind me is the town hall for Tallinn. Now, as you can see around me, the buildings pretty much in every direction are incredibly aesthetic and somewhat harking back to earlier days. If you're looking for this kind of aesthetic and older appeal, the Old Town, as you may expect, definitely gives it in Tallinn, and it's where a lot of the kind of touristy, or at least hotspots that you'll want to check out are. They're past those Viru Gates into the Old Town, and I have to say that for town halls, this one's certainly one of the nicer ones to look at. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral in Tallinn, which is still very much a working cathedral. This isn't something that's just there for tourists. It is very much still in service. In fact, it is in service right now, hence why I am a little bit quieter than normal. But this is a beautiful building inside and out. It's not as large as some cathedrals, of course, but still very much in keeping with the beauty of Estonia and in what you'd expect from an orthodox cathedral. One of the best things to check out if you're here in Tallinn is the Pakuli viewing platform. Now, there is another place nearby that looks like it might be the right place that you're looking for, and you'll find a lot of people go there, a lot of tourists, and this one's a little bit more out of the way, so you'll have to look for it a little more. However, it's definitely worth it. These are then the views of Tallinn that you get to see when you are up here. This is truly one of the nicest views you can get, and absolutely the best one I have seen in Tallinn. Now obviously there's a lot of souvenir shops, and there's even a bar nearby here, but yeah, that little bit of effort and you can find this. Now I'll put up some of the footage that I got when I went to the other part that you can view from, and you'll be able to see there is a massive difference in what you can see, and this is so much nicer. And actually one of these views, this is probably up there with views like Luxembourg and like Lithuania in this part of Europe. 100% amazing architecture, and just being up here, being able to see everything and just chill out is absolutely amazing. Well, if you're coming to the viewing platform as well. I can't say better than maybe stopping off and having a hot chocolate or a cup of coffee at this really quaint little cafe I found here. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm very glad I found it. It is the Vattenplattformi Kovik, which I know I have completely just butchered on how to say that, but yeah, definitely check it out when you come here. It's going to be a little bit colder outside, so come in here and warm up. Something that's incredibly popular in Estonia, as well as this part of Europe in general, is also the saunas. Now, I'm actually in my hotel room right now, and my hotel room comes with my own personal sauna. So it's actually quite a large one and very comfortable. And this is pretty normal for a lot of hotel rooms here. It's not something you'd get if you were in the UK, certainly not, but actually very reasonable room. And I get my own personal sauna as well as use of the saunas and the spa that the hotel itself has. It's a nice little treat, not for that much money or that much more than you'd get for a normal hotel room. You can feel like you're really treating yourself, but actually something that's quite normal in this part of the world. Of course, Tallinn and Estonia in general is a modern country with modern things. There are different quarters to the main city, finances and everything else. But if you're going to have the old town here, you've got to enjoy it. And it does give you quaint little cafes like the one I'm in now, and of course, amazing architecture. And of course, if you're in a nice little cafe that's all kind of in brick and properly into stonework, with comfortable lining to your seats, and you've got to have the cafe cat as well, who looks very, very comfy in his spot there. So I am just in a random bar. I have absolutely no idea where I am in Tallinn. I'm here with Mark, who is who has brought me here to play some pool. Tell us had a few drinks.
We had only a few. No matter what they.
But Mark is here. He's brought me here to play pool. So we're just gonna head in and see what it's like. So I'm just finishing off my trip in Tallinn by getting on a bus and heading to the next country, because why not? Let's keep traveling.